We left the camera behind because we didn't want the added distraction. But Kel is doing so well, I've been sent back to get it. Woo! Better go find her. This episode commences with Dakini crossing the border from Turkey to Greece, probably for the last time. Our biggest day ever is still going. We have to get to Kos, check in, and then after enduring that experience, sail to Kardamenia. We only spend one night there to resupply as we're really keen to get to Kos to pick up our new wingfoiling gear. Thanks Graham and Julie, and get stuck into this new sport.
We just crossed into Greek waters. That means we're in the land of Greek salads and gyros. And the other thing we have to do now is change our courtesy flags over.
Looks like we're lucky we didn't get a fine from Turkey. Our Turkish flag was starting to look a bit sorry for itself.
None of these flags last very long. When you're in countries for 3 or 4 months, they get a bit damaged. So the wind died, and there's this really weird choppy swell. There's a big current against us, and that's holding the swell up a bit more, so it's a bit yuck. There's a cruise ship in, we're heading just in there. It's Kos, Greece, Turkey. Greece, Turkey.
Wow, it is so busy outside Kos at the moment. Massive cruise ship for this part of the world. A pirate ship. There's the National Geographic cruise ship is alongside. A couple of really big ferries. Oh, it's pumping. Shoot! It's a submarine! Must be in a K6. Today has been huge. We are now at anchor off Kos. And pretty horrible little chop, but not much wind. We have to check in.
Sometimes this goes really smoothly, sometimes it goes really badly. So let's see how we go. Back in Greece and we're on land. We're not legally in Greece yet because we've got to go and do our check-in. The one challenge with Kos is the port police, the immigration, the customs are all in different buildings, a bit of a walk from each other.
Our crew list has been stamped, which is good. Next stop, customs.
And this is the fun one. We've already had one port police tell us to go one place, immigration tell us to go to another place. The places are different. So, 2 down, 2 to go, I think.
Once again, checking into Greece is a trying experience. It has been a trying day and it is still going, but at least we're in a happy place now, which is sailing in silence.
Well, we checked in. I can't say it was an easy process. It took us 3.5 hours. Well, actually it took us less than that. It was just that one of the people we went to see, their colleagues said they'll be back in 2 hours, so that took a while. And then we had some issues with the new electronic transit log that Greece has introduced. You can submit it all you want, but you keep getting an error message. The funny thing is though, talking to them, they can see all the other boats having the same problem, so people just keep submitting and submitting. It's a lot later than we were hoping for, so it's about 5 o'clock now. We've got probably 16 miles to run to the first of the OK anchorages. Not ideal, but the good news is we know the anchorage and it's pretty safe. It holds really well. There's always plenty of space, and so we're happy to approach that in the dusk and a little bit at night. Hopefully we'll go a bit faster around the corner.
We're now rounding the southeast corner of Kos, and it's really cool. It's a popular kite surf spot. You can see some wingfoilers and some windsurfers. Got about 13-14 knots.
Through our transit around the bottom end of Kos. Here we go. This is where we checked out. Come around here, and we're going to Kardamenia, which is just there. Eventually, we're going to get a Kefalos, but not today. Lovely little evening sail. One of the beautiful parts of this sail is because the wind is coming from the land. It is dead flat. That's it. It's official. I declare summer over. For the first time I put a jumper on. I didn't want to. I waited till I was quite chilly. It's been a little while since I've done a little night sail. It shouldn't be for too long, hopefully an hour or two. But I was just making sure I've got all our safety out. Checked, fishing lines have come in, nav lights are on, the radar on a second. All good.
We won't break the lifelines, but we've got the life jackets out, headlamps, stowed everything we don't need.
Sunset. What a sail, this is amazing. 3.5 miles to go. Kardamenia is all lit up. Everyone's out having a good time. I think it's a Saturday night.
It's gonna be so busy.
We made it. It's about 9:15 at night and it is pretty dark, but luckily the shore lights have been great. We had our deck lights on too, so we can see what we're doing, keep us safe. I'm just turning the nav lights off and anchor light on. I was just finishing up on the forecastle. Well, that was a huge but very successful day.
Well, there were only like 5 boats
we going
here
up
last
here?
time we came here.
Yeah, I think so. What did you do?
I took our quarantine flag down.
What day is it?
A little bit late, I suppose. It's kept any looky-loos away though, thinking we're diseased.
Good night's sleep here in Kardamenia last night. We were both pretty zonked after yesterday's activities, including checking out of Turkey, checking into Greece, 3 different anchorages, 2 different dockings. It's a Sunday and we're both pretty stuffed after yesterday's crazy day, so taking it pretty easy today, just going for a nice walk along the beach, go to the supermarket, find some nice food for dinner and lunch. That's about it really.
We are leader of the pack. The front boat out of all of those at anchor. Of course we're anchor too, it just looks like we're winning the race. Oh, I see another catamaran's coming in. I think that was one that was anchored off town last night. Nothing feels like a Greek island like a Greek island. Whew.
Hot, relatively treeless, but beautiful clear water.
Yeah, dry, dusty, hot. At least it's not windy. No, it's true.
We got a good night's sleep and we've stocked up at the supermarket, so we are now heading west. We have about 9 miles to go to get to Kefalos, and that's the spot we're probably going to stop for around a week. It is a wingfoiling mecca. That's where it's pretty consistent winds off the beach, so lots of people go there to learn to wingfoil, which is what we're going to do. We made it. We're in Kefalos. Now hopefully, before we leave Kefalos, we will both be expert wingfoilers.
Expert.
By expert I mean can stand up, hold the wing, and maybe go in one direction. 2 might be pushing it, one direction will work for me. Al went shopping the other day, found himself at an IKEA. Needed a few plastic containers and somehow he bought 74,000. Look at that for organisation. I give it about 1 to 2 days before it's all stuffed up again, but for now, it's very organised. They've even got fireworks. Though it feels a bit early. I feel like you wait till it's really dark for fireworks. Apparently not. Might be the kids' show. Here it is. Ella just went off to pick up our wingfoiling stuff that a friend has passed on to us, which is super kind. We just paid for postage, it's all good. Let's see.
Oh, thanks Graham and Julie. This is fantastic. We're in Kefalos. We've just gone to the Kefalos windsurfing school and picked up a board, our foils, our safety equipment, a couple of wings, friends of ours super kindly suggested we take it off their hands because they are leaving the med for good. This is so exciting. Unfortunately, the lessons that we had planned, this instructor's gone home due to lack of interest at this time of the year.
Due to lack of interest.
We're interested.
I think the instructor's got home because there's no one to give lessons to, not lack of interest.
That's what I mean, lack of interest in lessons. And then we turned up, so she's going to see what she can do to get us some lessons. But at the moment, we're on our own. It's going to be nice and calm and flat for the next couple of days. Good to learn to foil without the wings, and then maybe we'll do some wing stuff as well when the wind comes up, and then, you know, it's a long journey. Kel's just unboxing the most important thing, which is the helmet. Even when I was on the sup, it was very windy to be fair, but I almost got cleaned out by the sup fin, so goodness knows what it's like if you've got a bigger one. But
Could be handy.
yeah, just a... Now this is a bit I stuffed up, but I'm going to do it this time. This way this time. Correct way next time.
Okay. Oh, there's a coin. Where's that coin from?
We left the camera behind because we didn't want the added distraction, but Kel is doing so well. I've been sent back to get it. Woo! Better go find her. Talk to me. I keep forgetting to go into neutral, so she falls off, and because we're not going that fast, she can kind of hold on to the thing, and I'm like, do, 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 do. But she's like, ah! You're doing great, sweetie, despite your bad coxswain. Wow, nice! I wasn't filming. Woo! You stayed on your knees, that was awesome!
Alright. It's a lot of fun.
What am I natural?
And to be honest, for the first half hour, I reckon I did alright.
Nice, goes in.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm natural, right? So I need this one, I need my...
Yep.
Nice!
Oh, I saved it. Day 2 of wingfoiling, and we've quickly discovered we can't do too much because we're both bloody sore from day 1. We did a bit of work behind the dinghy. I got up for about half a second, maybe a second. Al got up for a few seconds, so it's not too bad. The next thing we're trying is to combine the wing and the foil to see if we can go upwind. Because once we can do that, we can probably go to the local wing foiling place and hire one of their beginner boards, which would be much easier to ride than the one we have. The upwind bit that we struggled with when using the SUP, so now we've got the wingfoil board with the keel. It should go upwind a bit better. I'm standing by with the dinghy and the dinghy keys, ready to go grab him if he needs it. Nice!
We're mixing it up a little bit today. Kel's going first, and she's going from Dakini.
Every time.
She's going from Dakini.
I Cal's the rescue party. He gets to come and rescue me when I float out to sea.
Rescue
like I was last night for Al when I had to go get him because he was going to end up in Tilos.
Hotspot's on, sweetie. Yes. We're getting our routine down in terms of where to store the wing, where to inflate the wing, where to do the board. The hardest bit is getting the wing off Dakini and into the water. But I think if it ever gets windy enough and we're trying to use the 6 metre, we're probably going to inflate it in the water.
Are we?
But
and the routine is Al gets it all sorted and I just turn up and get to play with it. It works really well.
So this is great. Kel's barely going downwind at the moment and she can't really, because she's in the straddle position on the board, she can't really get the wing working for it, and it's tiny because we want to practice flipping it upside down. Unfortunately the wind's dropped a fair bit. Probably needed a bigger wing. Look at that. That is almost upwind, babe. That is so good. Here comes a bit of puff.
Sal's turn. The wind has just picked up a bit, so he should be right going upwind, I think. He's doing so well. It is not easy though, and both of us have really sore muscles, like our whole body, our core, our shoulders, our legs are killing us from 2 days of this. And it hasn't even been 2 days, it's like an hour or two every day. Should I move?
I'm just trying to practice like turning up.
Al's turn. I managed to go upwind a little bit. There's not a lot of wind at the moment, so it's a bit tricky. You gotta wait for the gust to come through, but lots of fun. Al's out there now. Here he comes, back to the boat. Let's see if he can go high enough into the wind to get back to Dakini. That is the challenge. He's doing great. That's not.
Shit, I'm in there.
Nice! Woohoo!
Another day, and we've been joined by our friends Paul and Karen and their family from the Gold Coast. They're flying home today. Kel, we are not following the best instructions on the internet, which is don't go out when you're a beginner if there's not enough wind. Of course, we're too keen, but Kel has sailed all the way to that far yacht and all the way back, which means we are not getting blown downwind anymore, which is great.
This is how you roll wraps. The side, and then you encourage it over, and use your fingers to tighten the wrap up here.
So I already knew this totally. Kel is just explaining for the wider YouTube
Perfect.
community.
Perfect, unlike yours which have structural integrity problems.
Yours, she means the wider YouTube community.
She does not.
Oh,
She does not in any way, shape or form.
Oh, I tried.